So we've been building this cabin, trying to get closed in before winter, and well, we didn't. Since then, we've been buried under record-setting snowfalls and complete whiteout blizzards. And now, we're building in extreme cold weather, fighting a polar vortex and temperatures down to -20, and taking turns building because it's too cold to be outside for any length of time. But Paige is up first, and of course, every build day always starts with shoveling all the new snow.
Shoveling done. Our goal for this week really is to get the cabin closed in. That means soffits on, door on, and whatever else we need to do to make sure that no critters or birds or raccoons, because we've seen what happens when raccoons take over a shed, make their way into this building. It also means that once it's closed in, we can start heating the space a little bit better. We have a heater that we'll be installing as our main heat source. We can do that once things are a little bit more closed in. My first task today, beyond shoveling, is actually back outside.
The key to surviving cold weather like this is layers, bundling up. I actually have a screenshot from the other night. It was -32, feels like -41 overnight, which was crazy. We couldn't do anything, but such is a Canadian winter.
All right, the next step is making sure everything is cut to size and burned. And you could definitely argue these gable ends don't need to be done in order to have everything closed in. Really, it's just the two sides, the long ends, where it's actually exposed on the inside, like anything could crawl through. Those 100% need to be done. But I figured that at least, if these are done, they can go up now or they can go up later, but then we don't have to double back, measure, cut, burn, when we already have to do some more burning for the other side. Just do it all at once. Go from there. I'm gonna need to bring you up a bit. That should be okay. Just gotta find the flattest spot first.
Can we just take a moment and acknowledge Paige overcoming her fear of ladders? Now she's just sending it. Full confidence.
In theory, these should be the same length as the front, but I do expect there to be some variation just because, you know, we built it. Oh no, we'd be pretty bang on our measurements, that's for sure. Okay, 12 on the dot like it was for the last one.
And just like most days doing construction outside, you have to set up your workstation.
1.
Like every time. Every time you come here, you gotta reset it up. It's a lot.
2.
During this house build, Paige has become quite the little carpenter, happily taking on any of the cutting duties. And here she's tackling the gable soffit pieces.
11 and 12. All right, I've got 1 of 2 boards for the back soffits cut. And it's starting to snow again. Getting a little bit of flashbacks from the last time I was cutting these for the front gables.
Flashback.
Whoa! What the heck, Paige?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
End of flashback.
It's not as bad. That was a complete whiteout snow globe. I don't even know what to call it. At least it's not that bad today. It's just a little bit less snow, but more cold. So a bit of a trade-off in that sense. I can still feel all 10 fingers and all 10 toes. So that's a great sign. I think I'll take that as a sign to keep going on the next board and just take it one step at a time today and one step at a time all week, really. It is really pretty out here and it is really quiet.
And of course, that quiet only lasts so long, when you got work to do. Paige is now working on the last board of the soffits.
Any luck you want me to cut? Oh, right on the dot. Sweet. All right, both boards are cut, ready to be burned, brushed, and go up. However, I don't know what happened in the last couple of minutes. I have just got this like bone chill, and I think that's about where I'm gonna call it today. It doesn't really seem like a lot. You know, I got a good shovel in. I got some boards cut and prepped, and I made it about 2.5 hours. So that's why we're here. We're doing this in turns so that nobody, you know, gets frostbite or loses their fingers or toes or anything. and just accepting that things are gonna go a little bit more slowly until we can really get ourselves in. And hopefully by the end of this video, everything will be closed in and just a lot easier from here on out. But I'm excited to see what Colin gets up to. So Colin, tag, you're it.
Well, back again. This time, flying solo. It's been so cold, we're taking turns. But it's my turn to tag in and get some work done. And hilariously, if anyone's from a northern climate, they know usually when it's sunny, it means it's cold. And usually when it's not quite as cold, that's when it snows. So it's bright, it's beautiful, but that usually means it's crispy cold. And it seems like every day is snow cleanup day. This record-setting snowfall will be the death of us. Just barely halfway through the winter season, and we've had as much snow as the previous years in half the amount of time. You're crazy. There we are, all better. I genuinely have no idea what Paige got up to when she was here. She thought it'd be super cute and fun to just not tell me. But I'm assuming based on where we're at and trying to get the cabin closed in, she probably cut a whole bunch of wood. And that's why I started shoveling, because I imagine brushing and burning is my duty. But it looks like I was right. That's a lot of soffit pieces. We need our burn pieces. 1, 2, 3. And a finished faucet for me. Soffit? Faucet? I keep saying faucet. And start with the fronts. Oop, hello. First, I lay out all the soffit pieces and go grab our propane tanks from the garage and lug them through the snow and hook them up with a manifold so it's more powerful. All right, it is time to burn. Curious what you guys think of this technique. I think it's a pretty cool solution, especially considering we can't paint or stain because it's so cold and we have nowhere to do it, so have fun. There we are, all burned up. I'm burning up for you, baby. Fun fact, Paige used to love Jonas Bros. Still does. Just in case if anyone was wondering, in the last video, we got lots of comments about bugs getting through here. Maybe I didn't do a good job making it super clear, but we got bug screen on all of them. We're hoping that this should suffice. This is aluminum bug screen on every single hole to try to stop any bugs or critters. I think some people maybe would recommend putting like something plastic or something that like no animal would try to get in. Let me know what you think. But just so everyone knows, there's bug screen. Okay. Can't tell you how nice it is to finally be doing some work without the snow just blasting us. It seems like we were cursed every time we were trying to work. Polar vortex came in. All of a sudden, it's a lot colder, but a lot sunnier. And sometimes I'll take that trade. Most of the time not, but sometimes. It's like a building, yeah. It sure is cold, but you know one thing that warms me up? Blasting boards with flames. Oh, and I almost got smoked by a snowball from the tree. Look at this. I almost died. Well, all done the burn, and they look beautiful. I could see people either staining or doing this for the side, for siding. Just a little labor intensive for me, because doing it on, I don't know, if it was like this, it'd be like 160 boards for siding. I'll pass, but it's beautiful. Pretty happy we did it. Next, we want to install a door sometime in the near future. And we got this little 2x4 piece from the wall that we want to take out, and I'm gonna multi-tool it out. So we'll see what happens. And naturally, I dropped my battery straight in the snow. I don't think you're supposed to do that. I think the battery is supposed to get covered in snow. Oh. Okay. She's still Gucci. Honestly, didn't expect it to go this fast. That's what she said. how it's done, baby. Heck yeah. A little bit of Tyvek damage, but we'll clean that up before we flash it. That's it for me today. And when you come for the warmest part of the day, you don't have that many hours. When it's this cold, time is limited. Paige, tag, you're it. It's gonna be obvious what I did though.
Well, I'm back for my next shift. One observation, the sun is shining. That is fantastic news. And it's a little bit warmer than when I was here the other day where it was so cold that my lip gloss froze. Snow is still crunching under my feet. It is still quite cold, but it is supposed to warm up and the sun is shining. I don't care what temperature it is sometimes, as long as the sun is out, it is everything in the wintertime because the winter can get quite cold and dark and gray and colorless, and that sounds depressing, but if you live anywhere in a climate like this, like all the color goes away off the trees, everything is white and then eventually gray, and it's usually overcast and it's quite literally colorless. So having the sun out and a blue sky is just, you can feel your seasonal depression lift a little bit. It's beautiful. I can see some boards are out and there's some black stuff on the ground, so I'm guessing that means he burned. Whoa. Like, oh my gosh. And Colin, I've got a bone to pick with both of us for how messy we've let this get. It's bad.
Oh, who would have thought? Setting up our workstation again. But this time, Paige has to finish what I started. Because it got too cold and it got dark. Sorry.
I went to go touch our sawhorses with my bare hands and my fingers stuck to it because there was a layer of frost on it and probably sweat on my hands, and totally forgot that happens. It's freezing cold out and I'm not normally outside when it's this cold. We'll give you a nice little before and an after. Beautiful. Nice. Wow, that is beautiful. Hold on. The way the sun and the light is hitting right now, that is stunning. I absolutely love the variation that's in these boards. So like some might have been burned slightly deeper than others or less, or I've brushed others slightly deeper or less than others, and it's just creating this really beautiful variance in the boards. We do plan to seal these in the spring. We will go up and get some oil, and I think that's just gonna make the colors that much more rich, beautiful, and it's just gonna make all the different, like the grains that are popping through and the texture is just gonna pop that much more. So I'm really excited for that. Beautiful. I've got all of the boards brushed. Makes me excited to see all of these boards get up on our cabin and make us one step closer to closing this whole thing in.
A few months ago, while we were framing our cabin, I hurt my foot while we were lifting one of those framed walls. And like a lot of people, my first instinct wasn't to go straight to a doctor. It was to grab my phone and search absolutely everything. Part of the reason why I waited was this whole thing is overwhelming. Trying to find the right doctor, trying to find time on our very busy schedule, and having to book weeks and weeks in advance. It's a lot. But once I finally saw a doctor after waiting a really long time, that's when things started changing. And that's why I'm excited to introduce today's sponsor, ZocDoc, because it makes getting the finding the right doctor and actually getting an appointment part a lot easier. ZocDoc is a free website that helps you find and book high quality in-network doctors, all based on your own preferences. You can search through the 200 plus specialties offered on ZocDoc and see which doctors take your insurance, and read reviews from real patients before deciding who feels like the right fit for you. They have over 150,000 providers across all 50 states, covering everything from primary care and dentistry to dermatology and eye care. You can book in-person or video visits, see real-time availability, and schedule instantly with no phone calls required. Appointments made through ZocDoc happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. So stop putting things off as I did and get the help you need, because it doesn't have to be complicated. So visit ZocDoc.com/Colin and Paige to find and instantly book an appointment with a top-rated in-network doctor today. Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring today's video. Well, it's nice enough that the whole clan's back together, because it's finally warm enough. But we only got a couple hours before the sun starts to fade and it gets cold again.
It's also that weird time of the year where the mornings are still absolutely frigid. So we had to wait most of the morning until around lunchtime for us to even be able to come, for it to be warm enough and manageable and comfortable for us all to be here.
It's not warm.
I say warm. It's like that first, like 0-degree day in March and you see everyone walking around in shorts and flip-flops. This is just like the February winter equivalent where it's still freezing temperatures, but the sun's out, so therefore it must be warm, right? I don't know.
You said February.
It is February.
It's February? Oh.
You know what? Today's Groundhog Day. Today determines our fate for the next 6 weeks. It also feels like Groundhog Day because we're always shoveling here, but it's actually Groundhog Day. This weird rodent determines our fate. I don't know.
It's an early spring.
Well, I guess I got a shovel. Mostly you're just getting protection from getting facefuls of snow. We'll just take off a little section of this. Oh, got me.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna move.
No, gonna get you. Oh, that is a lot of snow.
That is a lot of snow.
Considering we did this once.
Holy moly.
Also, if anyone's wondering, we don't typically need to do this. We're only doing it so snow doesn't hit us in the face. At this point, we could give you a laundry list of reasons why not to do construction in the winter. And one of them is ladders. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's not the right way, baby.
Isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. I just spun it.
Wow, that's a lot of snow when you're right here.
Yeah. So here. Got it.
Okay.
It doesn't help that all the snow from our roof multiple times has slid off, creating this pile that we can't put a ladder on. Trying to get the ladder.
No. You're gonna hit me.
I love snow. Well, if I can go lower, maybe.
Whoa, no. Please don't hit my ladder. I love your little safety squint, even though you got the goggles on. You're like, ah!
No, look at it. It looks a nice straight line.
Beautiful. All right, well.
Next board.
Yeah. I don't want to jinx things, but that went smoothly. How does this look like more snow? Is it just because I'm close to it? You just have more context to know that that's like 2.5 feet of snow right there?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
And now you get a peek behind the curtain with the things that happen when the cameras are off. Ow! Like getting hit in the face with trees.
This ladder
Is the
I
worst.
don't like. I'm gonna hurt myself. It's heavy as heck.
Like, that should be good for holding. Won't be in the way. So let's go time a ticking.
I'm getting there. I've got a freaking broken delt or whatever that thing is.
Time keeps on ticking, ticking. Oh, wow. Oh, where were we? Oh, yeah, soffits. Just don't panic.
I am panicking. My shoulders are on fire.
Feel the burn, babe.
Yeah, I think a bead of cock is gonna be needed here.
The old beta cock. Sometimes just a little beta cock.
All right, row one done. Other than a little bit of ladder wars with the snowbanks, that one actually went up pretty quick.
What about ladder wars? Hate this.
As I was saying, the ladders are kind of the hardest part right here, just because of the snowbank. This is on a little bit more of an angle, and obviously we want to make sure everything is safe and straight and secure before we go up. But beyond that, the first row went up pretty easily. I think one thing we both forgot is that the second row is probably going to need a little trimmy trim. But now that we know what to do, and we're not in a complete snow squall, blizzard, snow globe. Skies are they're overcast now, but they're clear. There's nothing coming out of them, so this should go a little bit easier.
Theoretically.
In theory.
What Paige is doing right now is just using the circ saw to cut off the groove of our next piece of tongue and groove so that it can fit flush up against the wall, because it's just ever so slightly a little too big. Excuse me, young lady, there's something on your face.
What, I got something on my face?
Yeah.
What could be on my face? Soot all over my face right now, and the other day I had friggin' frozen lip gloss all over my mouth. I'm just a complete and total mess this episode, and I'm just, it is what it is at this point, baby. What's my chimney sweeping name?
Charlie.
Ethel.
Something British for sure. I don't know why. Well, daylight dwindling, it's time to get to work and finally get these soffits on.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
And of course, we gotta trim some grooves off on the way to make sure they fit snug.
Another side of soffits is done, and you know what that means. Our soffits are officially closed in. We've got a little bit of daylight left though, so I think we can at least bang out the front. What do you think, Colin?
I think we can do that. That looks amazing. We knew what it was gonna look like from that side, but it's starting to come together. And we're gonna leave this little space for now, and we'll show you what we're gonna do shortly. That's as far as we get on this side until we do the ball cut, and we only got a little bit of time left, so we're just gonna time lapse, speed run the back side.
Yay! Soffits, I would say 97% complete.
Are you Hoffit for soffit?
I am Hoffit for these soffits. This looks fantastic.
That's the only thing I could come up in a split second. That's it.
Benji's pawing at me for pets. What do you think, buddy?
He's excited too.
What do you think?
I mean, that was the vision when we saw it brushed, what it would look like with the brown, and that's exactly what we thought it would look like. Looks pretty sick. I honestly can't wait to put that trim piece in there to make that feel complete, but that's gonna have to be another day.
Wow, I just went to go grab something from the truck, and walking on my way back, you can actually see the soffits on this side. No more like gable ladder framing. That looks fantastic. Like honestly, the black with the brown looks very sharp. That looks so good.
Yeah, it's gonna look sharp.
I can't wait to see it with like no snow on it and with siding.
Yeah, and a door.
Yeah. Today's the day.
What day is that?
Today is door day.
It's Tuesday.
Also known as door day. If all goes well, today is not only door day, today is closed in day.
That's exciting.
That's very exciting.
With the soffits on, the last thing to do to get this fully closed in is to install this really nice, expensive, fancy door.
This is our door. Her name is Door, and she's a door.
Would you say she's adorable?
She is adorable. It is a funny little change of plans. We actually bought a very cheap door off Facebook Marketplace, painted it, and then it was non-pre-hung, and just realized we need a way to make this whole thing go a little bit quicker. Obviously, soffits have taken longer, everything's taken longer, and we just want to get this thing closed in. Door jambs can be a little bit finicky. So we just decided to spend a little bit of extra money, get a door that's just ready to plop right in, and get this thing closed in so we can heat it.
Because we were planning to install a different used door, the rough opening size was a little bit different than our new one. So we have to fill frame.
What the heck? I thought we were done this. It's funny because we literally like brought this out, marked it, and immediately started cutting, and I already couldn't even see my line. Like, look.
Look at what we're dealing with here, dude.
If we are waiting for good weather, this is never gonna get done, so.
Next, we just have to hammer in this piece of OSB onto a new 2x4, and we're done. Left-hand wonder of the world. And we are fill framed.
It's crazy how much you learn in just a small amount of time of framing and building, because when we originally framed at this door, we actually thought we were gonna steal one of the doors from the blue bunkies down there.
Somewhere over there.
So we measured that jamb and made these the exact same, not realizing that that's actually not a standard size door, and the door is actually kind of a piece of crap.
All this to say is one thing that we're learning throughout this this journey is sometimes it's worth spending a little bit extra money to make it a little bit easier. And we feel in this weather, building a door jamb from scratch, I don't know, just not really interested in it right now. So we said, screw it. Let's invest in a nice door. We got a nicer one with the one with a big window. Maybe this is just one of those scenarios where it's okay to spend a little bit extra money. And after a little lunch break, the sun came out, which was nice. And we started by raising up our sill a 1/4 inch. This gives us a chance to level the base and add some height to account for the flooring thickness. Okay, got our new little sill panty thingamajiggy. Pulled up the Tyvek, and now?
Time to flash the door.
Oh.
Don't get too excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I hold it, you can kind of guide it. That's good.
So we're repeating a similar process as the windows, applying flashing tape and making sure that this sill won't get any water damage. Speaking of damage, I wiped out.
Okay, so good lesson learned. Don't leave the backing pieces anywhere. Someone's gonna fall flat on their.
I'm fine though.
I wish the camera was recording right there. That's
It
so
was just me falling, not me. I slipped on this. It's silly.
Colin's still recording on the ground, so that's.
Turns
good.
out this was the exact camera angle I wanted, anyways. So now, do you see any chance of water getting in that corner at all? Or it looks good.
No, that's perfect.
We fill framed this a little bit. The Tyvek doesn't come all the way over. We're just gonna use our flashing tape because we bought so much. We bought actually way too much. We're just gonna flash this sucker instead of adding a little piece of Tyvek.
So we're using this flashing tape to cover this bit of sheeting. Then we decided, why not do the whole thing? Apparently, it's a new thing to do, and you can never be too safe from water damage.
So, we're flashing this door, and we lost the sun, and the wind picked up, which means it's colder.
It got cold really fast, but we worked away because we have to see this door in.
Can you spot the issue here? That's outside. That's touching. There's space there, and there's no space there. We knew that this framing, this side, was really quite warped, but that's wild.
I'm just like, I don't even know where to start. I mean, I guess you start with those blocks.
Okay, now we try again.
Yep, the bottom is good.
Nothing simple, eh?
Well, I think we might have made it worse because it's actually this top that's got to go over.
Yeah, it's almost there now.
Okay, you feel confident enough to just whip it in with whip the cock out?
I think if we've repeated what we just did, we're in a good spot.
With the sealant along the bottom?
Yes.
I think we're ready to go ahead and silicone the bottom.
Wish us luck.
Yep. And then at that point, we're committed and we're going to have a door. So that's pretty cool.
Just rocking out with my cock out. This is like an art, eh? Like getting the proper pressure.
Applying this sealant to the bottom will make sure no air or water gets inside.
All right, here goes nothing.
So jamming first, it's gonna be tight on the left side. So if we can get these shims back in, it will start friction fitting itself, right?
And here, Paige is just making sure that the jam is completely flush with the sheathing, and we screw it in.
We are so close to not only having our door on, but to having everything like perfectly close in. It's a long time coming. I'll say that for sure.
And with the door all screwed in and shimmed out for an equal reveal, we cut them all off with a multi-tool.
Yep. That's fantastic.
I mean, looks pretty good. The Tyvek box is still white, but
It's adding to the big white box, but no more big black flimsy tarp. That was annoying. So a couple more steps. Gotta flash it, put on the handles, and then we'll do the final reveal.
And the last step on this door install is applying flashing tape between the jam and the sheathing.
One side done.
This is the weatherproof barrier that stops any water from getting in the door jam. It's pretty crazy that we actually use tape to waterproof a house. I don't know, I find that trippy for some reason. And lastly, Paige installs our lock and our door handle, and we have almost a finished door.
Yay! We have ourselves a door.
wait, I want to try it. Got a working door, and we're officially weathered in. Took a while, but we're excited.
Well, we didn't exactly expect to be working on the exterior in the middle of winter, but we are finally closed in, and it feels amazing. The soffits came out exactly as we hoped. Sure, they took some extra effort, but they suit the cabin perfectly. And the door, don't even get me started. It's the perfect cherry on top to a couple weeks battling some really cold and snowy weather. And we'll see you next time.